All right, we're recording now.
Cool.
Marianne's holding up her drink. We do that on the podcast. Yeah, you got
Are we all drinking?
I have a Blue
Smirnoff.
Moon. Ooh, a Smirnoff.
You can't see it. I had half a bottle of 3/4 of a bottle of wine at
Oh,
dinner.
by the way, Marianne, nobody you're talking to can see anything you're doing.
Oh well, it's fine.
True that.
Well, yeah, none of us can.
Everybody
Event-
at home can.
Eventually,
Yeah, the YouTube will.
thousands of people.
All right,
will.
I'm gonna get a beer and then we can start.
I showed
Sorry.
myself and
this
now
is
I
all
can
my
lean
fault.
out. I'm out of frame.
It's not a good feeling.
But yeah, no, I went to the store today because we were having a big league finals thing. And by that, I mean, like, one person came over.
I heard the Donger got picked in the finals.
Yeah, that's
Wait, you heard who got picked?
The
Donger.
Donger.
Yeah.
Timer.
Yeah. I thought you said Lysandra, and I was like, yeah.
But, yeah, Smirnoff has their red, white, and blue special edition out, and that's delicious. You know it's delicious because
It's good
DJ will
Jason
drink
got up
it.
and ran away because he would have criticized you for that decision.
You definitely would have, yeah.
I don't care. Beer's disgusting.
No. You gotta drink cider. I also like fruity sour beers.
I've
Those
had
are good.
hard cider once in a while, but it's just not my thing. I prefer just, like, fruity vodka and Sprite or
Ugh.
Jack and
Gross.
Coke.
But you can get like some really good like ciders that aren't just like ciders. They're like raspberry ciders.
Special
or
edition.
like or there's Sam Smith makes amazing. The raspberry and strawberry fruit beers are so good.
Yeah.
Sam
You think
Smith.
they name them
It's good.
fruit beer, or do you think that's just how it sounds to me?
I think you made some poor choices, and that's why it sounds like that to you.
Yeah, no, I
Okie
just,
dokie. I'm back, everybody.
Great.
You guys want
Let's do
to?
it.
You guys want to do a podcast with our wives on it to embarrass us?
No. Hey, quick question.
why make
When
it a
I
perk?
didn't have the audio coming through my microphone, how did it sound?
Wait, are you asking how you sound right now?
Where do I have an echo?
You have an echo in those stupid headphones.
How are you not?
Wait a minute.
You're fine.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, everybody sounds fine, at least on my end, so.
Yeah.
Well,
I
once
just
we
have
get this
echo.
nailed down, well, it'll never happen again. So it'll be good to.
Until they decide that, hey, let's try to pick another obscure number, and everybody goes, watch us.
No. Because no. This is a one-time shot.
I do shots a lot.
Well, we appreciate you doing this because this I feel like this perk did drive our subscriptions a little bit.
I mean, I like other people, but not. I don't.
Don't like my own husband, or.
What? What are you
I
saying?
don't like being on things.
She's saying she doesn't love you, Corbin. I like other people, and
No. I mean,
so here's the divorce papers.
I would like to see other people. Not on video, just I want to see them.
I'm just getting a death stare right now. What are you-
There are other people, and I would like to see those people.
Oh, boy.
All right, you guys want to start?
I've been waiting.
Great. All right.
That's
Is everyone recording?
I am.
Yes, my recording's been going for 15 minutes.
A simple yes.
no,
would have done.
no, because that's a thing that he needs to ask because
It's important.
it's happened before. Are you getting wavy shit on your Audacity when you talk?
I don't know.
Cool.
Well, one, I can't see it behind the Skype window, and I wouldn't know what to look for if.
I'm gonna do one final sound check.
So I have a parkour instructor, and he's one of my favorite people. I respect him a lot, and he's one of the most self-disciplined people I know. But I think his wife is in like a multi-level marketing thing, and I don't know how to tell him.
No multi-level marketing. It's terrible. I have a lot of feelings.
Yeah.
I guess I'll find out when they go bankrupt.
DJ, do you respect him because he jumps from one rock to a water fountain or something? Well,
What? No, he's just like a
Parkour.
very successful person who's been trying to open a parkour school for like 10 years, and he finally.
That doesn't sound very successful to me.
Well, he
Well,
just.
not
Well,
if
he
his
worked,
wife
he
is
worked
spending
a
that money.
regular job to like build up enough money to do it without any.
yeah,
Additional
I just
investing.
don't care. That's cool though.
That was a good story.
I'm happy for you.
Does that answer
It
my
wasn't
I get-
though. It was like somebody was in a multi-level marketing thing.
Well, his
and they didn't
wife.
wanna tell him.
Yeah, his
and
wife,
that's
and I
bad.
don't know-
Which, if anybody's really interested in and hates multi-level marketing, there's a really
You
good
knew it would
Facebook
set her
group
off,
called Sounds
DJ.
Like MLM, but okay, and it's great.
DJ knew. Could you read the script? That would be. No one asked that question, but I want you to read the script that you send to people when they. Corbin told me you have like a form
Copies.
letter you send to people, and I want to hear what that says.
Me? I don't have a copy. I mean, it depends on
Yes,
how
you
much I
do.
like someone.
Yes, you do.
What if my wife sends you a
You sent
Facebook
it to
friend
somebody
request, and then a
literally
second later?
yesterday.
And then I would respond. And
Jason, I
would
can
be,
see your voice on my audio.
And I would be like, thank you for thinking. If you're nice and I don't like, you're not really obnoxious, then I would be like, oh, thanks for thinking of me, but I do not support multi-level marketing companies. And then, should that become a thing, I would explain why. And then normally what happens is people are like, but really, they're da-da-da, and they're business owners. And I'm like, yeah, they're not, thanks, bye. And then I don't talk to them anymore.
I feel like I've really lucked out in my friend group of like no one does them.
Mine's not awful.
I
but
have a whole
definitely
like
have
2
people,
friends that are
And
female.
I will tell people, like, I've got, because you can't just, like, tell, when people do get like that, you can't be like, oh, not right now, because then they just ask you later. Like, that's the whole point, is they're trained to be like, well, no doesn't mean, like, no, it means no right now, not no in the future, so they'll just keep asking you. And I'm not playing that game. I don't have time for that. Or the energy. Also, it's stupid and it's predatory, so not a fan.
And welcome to Brainstorm Brewery, everybody.
Multi-level marketing is the worst. Sounds like MLM, but okay.
Hey, I'm gonna try to
Podcast.
pitch our Patreon in a second, so maybe let's not crap directly on every money-making scheme necessarily.
You just get 4 of your friends to sign up, and then
We'll send you
Jason,
and some drinking
Jason, if
lessons.
somebody was interested in multi-level marketing us, what would they do?
Well, they would go to patreon.com/brainstorm brewery for as little as $1 a month, which works out to 20 or 25 cents an episode. They can be involved in a pyramid scheme that's going to fill their garage up with diet pills and their closets up with useless yoga pants that they can't get rid of.
Oh, there are way worse things. You could make your hair fall out.
What?
what?
There's
never
shampoo
mind.
that makes your hair fall out.
Yeah.
Is that a
Is that the
It's
intended
a
goal?
multi-level marketing. No,
Is it like a hair
it's
loss
joke.
product?
No, it's like a company, and they say it doesn't, but it's a whole thing. It's a thing.
It's probably one of those like all organic crap.
Is that the perfect Snapchat?
It's Monat. It's really bad.
I think
Don't
we
do
just
it.
took the perfect Snapchat.
It's not a Snapchat. It's just a regular picture.
It's gonna become a Snapchat.
Hey, did
definitely
you?
gonna be
I took another Instagram.
Word. Okay.
All right, everybody. So welcome in. This is the Wife Cast. We talked about it for a long time. We hit the Patreon goal. I don't even remember what it was.
It's been like
but
6
thank
months,
you,
Corbin.
everybody. 2000?
2000.
Well,
I
thank
love
you.
it.
2000 a
Came
long
up at
time
work
ago.
when I
It was
complained
like
about
6
it.
months ago, Corbin.
We have been
So
negligent.
this is the Wife Cast.
We is a strong
I have
word.
Marianne with me. She's trying to hide out of the frame. No. Put your hand up there. Wave. There you go. Perfect.
I
Yeah.
exist.
All right. We've got Jason and Brittany.
Say hi, Brittany.
Yay. Hi, Brittany.
So we do want to give Brittany a thank you. I had to ply Marianne with wine before we
What?
got
What's
on
my name?
here.
Marianne.
What are you, Donald Trump? Melody
We went to dinner
would love
and we
to
might have
join us
had
on the
some wine
podcast.
before this.
God.
Just saying that it's happening. And we also have DJ and Emily here as well.
Yes.
Emily was actually excited about this.
Emily,
I was
no.
actually asking
Emily,
DJ to be on the
Yeah.
podcast before you guys even made the goal.
Emily was like, "Can I be on the podcast?" And I was like, "There's 2 options for this: $40 a month, or
Well,
the
let me handle
Patreon
this,
goal."
DJ.
Wait a minute. So are you saying that this entire goal only came about because you wanted to get Emily on the cast, so you made it up?
No.
No.
It was like just before my birthday, and I asked DJ, "Hey, can I be on the podcast for my birthday, just as a fun little joke?" And he's like, "Actually, like 2 days ago, we came up with this idea for a perk." So I
Well,
said,
I mean,
"All
yeah,
right."
it's only $40 a month.
So this is a perk for
No, not
Emily
that
at
one.
Brittany's expense and Marianne's expense, I guess, which is
Yes.
fine. I like that. I'm cool with that arrangement.
Great. All right, so everybody, this is the Fabled Wife Cast. It's going to be an interesting time on here. So what we have is a bunch of
Oh,
questions.
don't
They-
hype it up too much, Corbin.
I'm not. I know. We got a bunch of questions from Discord here. We're gonna go through them, work our way through, have a little fun. We'll see what happens.
Some of these are bad, and we didn't.
Yeah, Marianne, can I get a
delete the
thumbs
bad
up?
ones.
That's a thumbs down.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, moving on. All right, first question comes to us from. I'm going to skip this one immediately.
Why is it about me?
No.
No, it's just well, okay. This is from Narc. For those of you who don't know, which might include half the people on this podcast right now, Narc is a super fan. Narc is one of our best fans on Discord. Does a lot of really cool stuff, right? So he's asked this question. I want the wives to do a breaking bulk and pick of the week based on what they know about Magic. Marianne, how much do you
You
know
should have
about
saved this
Magic?
for the end. That would have been a good.
You know anything about Magic, Marianne?
I know 0% about Magic.
Okay, great.
Ben has some little Magic cards and a box that Corbin gave him, and one has a snake-looking thing on it. That's what I know about Magic.
That's true. We know about this.
They're
We've
cards, and they're worth money.
Yeah,
That's
we
all I
talked
got.
about how I give Ben.
That's all you have to know.
Yeah, we talked about how I give Ben
I don't need to
unstable
dive
cards.
into it.
Yeah, all right. Brittany,
Brittany
you know
knows
anything about Magic?
100 Magic cards, and 40 of them
pretty
are
good.
Basic Forest.
I used to know more. I had was it Thragtusk? Is that a thing?
That is a card.
Yeah, that's
That
a card.
I
And-
taught her to play on Duel of the Planeswalkers, and she's like, "This card's really good." And I was like, "Yeah, you're better at assessing
Pretty
cards
good.
than everybody who let that pre-sale for $3."
Yeah, there you go. Emily, you play?
Yeah.
Well, you're actually in a pro, better than DJ.
No,
She's
DJ
better than
is better
DJ.
than me. I play
Definitely
Commander with
better
him
than
once in
DJ.
a while, and I'll sometimes do like pre-release.
Well, yeah. Do you do the
I
pre-release? Do
started
you
playing
enjoy
in, like,
playing the
Gate
events
Crash.
or Commander or what?
I do Commander. I have a Phoenix deck and a Rabinia, Tribal Fairy-ish, and then I sometimes play Arena.
Nice.
That's cool. I would like Brittany to do Two-Headed Giant at a pre-release with me. We'll see if that ever happens.
I
right,
can
next.
play, doesn't mean I do. And Jason builds all my decks.
Well, that's the thing. I call it a spouse loan. That's how I get all my cards.
Do you know anyone who does MTG Finance?
Every now and again. Did I put an Underground Sea in your deck? God damn, why did I do that?
Well, what was it? I think it was I was playing Rubinia and I cracked a fetch land and I was trying to find one of the dual lands and you're like, I don't remember which ones are in there. And I think we actually have 3 in that one.
I don't know.
That's negligent. DJ's getting high off his own supply.
That's true. It's very irresponsible. I'm actually surprised he didn't give you the Gonti deck.
No, I don't like it's a fun deck, but I'm not smart enough to like actually use it fully. I'm just the mill queen, so
Well, Mill's pretty good.
yeah.
All right, this question ought to be fun. This is from Meowth in Discord. Marianne, what do you think about the reserve list?
I don't know what that is.
All right, next up, Brittany.
Why am I first?
Because you're next to me, and it was going to be funny because I knew you wouldn't know what it was.
It's a setup.
Brittany, what's your opinion on the reserve list?
My mind goes to wines, and I'm all for it.
That's pretty good.
It's the correct
See?
answer, actually.
Everybody that is for the reserve
Emily,
list
I
doesn't
can't
know
ask you.
anything
You
about
know what
Magic,
we're talking
I think.
about. The reserve list, for those who don't know, Marianne, Brittany, it's a list of cards. You raised your hand, Marianne, but like you weren't there. You go. Now you're on camera.
I don't want to be on camera.
You just waved at the camera.
I'll do this.
Anyways, the reserve list is some cards from the early first couple years of the game. They're never going to reprint them, and they're worth a lot of money. That's why we have a retirement binder or college fund.
I'm glad you told everyone that in our house.
Is that what a Black Lotus is?
I gave everybody on
Yes,
Discord
Black
my
Lotus is on the
address.
reserve list.
That is what a Black Lotus is, yeah.
I just know that because of Planet Money.
Storage Wars. It was on
Oh.
Storage Wars one time. They found one.
I
Found-
contributed to that Planet Money episode, by the way.
No,
If you
yours
listen
was
at the end.
it wasn't the Planet Money episode. It was the NPR. It was something else. I thought, right?
No, it was definitely Planet Money, man.
All right.
That was my
I mean,
episode.
it was your interview, so you'd know. I just thought the Planet Money thing was more recent, and this like you got interviewed like 5 years ago.
Well, they
I mean,
they
it was
replay
Planet
it all
Money
the
whenever
time.
it was. I have no idea if it's anything since then.
All right, cool.
All right. Next up, pick one at random. Do you have any you guys like here?
I
I'm
highlighted
highlighting.
one.
Yeah, we're highlighting them, dude.
All right. All right. Oh, I see. Okay then.
Yeah, that's how Google Sheets works.
All right. This is from the intern. We have an intern.
Yes, I know you have an intern. Don't.
We have an intern, Brittany.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
see, finally.
Yeah,
that's
his
the
name
first
is
thing.
Andy, and he comes over sometimes, and yeah, he leaves a mess in my kitchen when he makes cookies and doesn't leave me any.
Asshole.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, intern.
bad move.
Oh, I'm being texted by Mary.
It's like he screenshotted your house.
All right. Well, this is from the intern. It says, "What is one thing you would change about your husband?"
Husband?
Look, you guys don't understand. I'm listening to because we're in the same room. I'm dealing with an echo. It is so hard to tell.
Who made this choice?
I
Who
made
did
the
not
choice.
think this?
Weren't you
I
a
did not think
broadcasting
this
major? You can't deal with something like that?
But I say I can deal with an echo. It's no big deal. You just don't listen to it.
I'm just saying that there's an echo, so I stumbled
Yeah, but
over
you're
one
better
word.
at tuning out Corbin's voice than he is.
Probably.
What is one thing you would change about your husband? Who would like to go first?
The pause is good, right?
I don't know, I was thinking about all the things I have changed, and I guess what's next on the list. And we're just working through them one by one.
Can you name a thing?
Oh, go ahead.
I would say the snoring. I worked on that.
Oh, that's true. She just put a pillow over my face until I almost died, and I'm like, all right. I
Marianne,
believe you.
I see you were ready to jump in here.
Well, like as cliche as it is, the like house cleaning, like it's like he doesn't notice that the sink is full of dishes and like does not. He walks by it like 400 times. Like I've literally like caught mice on the counter, like when we've had mice in the
jeez.
house because we have an old house, and like he will walk by all day and never notice that there is a dead mouse on the counter.
What?
You said that so nonchalant, like, oh, it's an old house. Everywhere with old houses has
Jeez.
mice. What?
Well, like it's like
Do you have like a
really
heart-shaped
like-
cartoon hole in your wall too, where the mice go
Die
in?
of shame.
I was gonna say, did you buy a Scooby-Doo mansion? What the fuck?
I would like die of shame if that ever happened. Are you kidding
You
me?
know how your house is always full of mice constantly, and some of them die and they're on the
Mice
counter for a
like,
week?
These people live in the middle of the
I don't know.
city,
I don't know.
guess. I've
It's
never
like
had a
not horribly abnormal for mice to occasionally like pop, like a couple mice to pop up like in the winter here, in houses, like especially older houses. So
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
like have a mouse like infestation or anything like that. But
I think you might.
no, we don't.
It turns out more than 0 mice counts as an infestation. Well, golly, look at these fancy city folk with their mice-free houses and their plumbing.
I think I might notice a dead mouse on my counter. I think that might be
I
something
think
that
the
just
problem is
stands
that
out.
Corbin doesn't notice it.
Yeah,
That's
right.
the real issue.
Yeah, that's the issue we're talking
I'll say
about.
that.
I think Brittany would not notice because she's the husband in this relationship, and that, like, I almost have to, like, give her instructions about how to use trash cans and dishwashers and stuff like that.
Corbin, I mailed you like so many things to your house. You're like, I don't know,
Look,
they're
look,
just
look.
in the hoarder pile or whatever. Like,
I'll say
Maybe
this.
they were eaten completely by mice. That's what happened to all the Teesprings or the.
I will
the
say
stuff.
that
That's where all the
situational
vials of
awareness,
ashes went.
becoming more observant, is something I'm working on, so that I can overcome that when I go on Survivor and find a hidden immunity idol.
Oh my god, I forgot about this.
Priorities: not making his wife and child like being a good example for his son.
I'm actually
priority.
glad.
You don't think
that-
my son would want to see me win $1 million?
I think that it would be really, you know who would really appreciate your son's significant other in the future? Would really appreciate it if they knew that like everyone could do things and like take care of the house and participate.
So, to your wife, you noticing
know.
dead mice on the counter is worth more to her than $1 million.
I guess that's what I'm hearing.
I value my
When you
sanity.
started saying being more observant is something I'm working on, I'm like, oh Jesus, did they just get back from therapy? This cast is not a good idea.
All right. Next up.
Hang on, I got an answer.
Oh no. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh,
DJ
darn.
needs to have longer hair, grow facial hair, and be taller.
Oh, jeez.
Wow,
So it
can
sounds
you
like you
grow
want
facial
your
hair? You have to.
you
hit
want
puberty
DJ
for
to
that
be me, it
first.
sounds like.
No. No, he needs to have longer hair like he did back in high school.
I did look like a school shooter in high school. It was pretty bad.
I wouldn't put it that
Wow.
way, but
DJ was the school shooter in high school and you married him?
No.
Yeah,
John Finkel gave him a
statistically, the
scholarship?
closest person to him is least likely to get hit. I would
John
be by your
Finkel
side when you're spraying
gave
bullets.
a high school looking shooter a scholarship to college, DJ. That's what you're telling us.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, good to know. Glad you got a haircut.
So that one's on John Finkel, it sounds like.
I have a question.
Oh, Marianne's got a question. She raised her hand. You know she's serious.
Is she holding
like
the
to-
conch?
I like to follow rules.
You have the conch?
No, I have a question. How long has everybody been with each other? Because I don't actually know.
That's a good
Married
question, Marianne.
since 2011, together since 2007? 8?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. We're not the sentimental types.
We'll be together 10 years this September.
Okay.
Do we win?
Yeah.
So Corbin and I started dating when I was 15 because it was high school.
And he was
So
25.
05.
I was 17.
He was 17. And then we got married in 2012. So I was just curious because I
no,
have
DJ
no
and I-
frame of reference and it was just a...
She's trying to figure out if you all actually like each other.
No, it was just a question because I'm nosy.
DJ and I are the
fair.
babies.
That's a fair
She's trying to
question.
figure out if we're almost done, is what she's
Yeah,
asking.
we've been married for 8 years.
I
almost
just felt
done.
like a relevant question.
No, it's fine. Yeah, no.
I'm just looking
DJ
forward
and I
to going
started dating
to-
when we were 15 and 14, and I'm the older one, so.
Okay, see? Just getting information.
I agree. It was great. That was good. See what you did? How you ask a question that you don't know the answer to, but the audience wants to know? That's smart.
I
should try
am,
that
in
sometime.
fact, not stupid.
Yeah, I should try that sometime.
Shocker.
All right, next question here.
I like that you're fighting. I mean, I'm sorry, you're not fighting. You're going to be fighting later because of what is being said right now.
All right, next question. For my own disaster. Ever think about setting all those cardboard cards on fire and just being done of it? Well, Marianne did throw mine in a puddle.
I did not.
They went to a farm upstate, right? Wink, wink. I get it.
They're merfolk cards. They're swimming.
They're number one. Corbin's the one who lost like a $5,000 deck at the airport.
It got
I feel like
stolen.
it's number one.
It got
Thing
stolen.
to think about. But number
Because I
two,
left it and someone took
is
it.
not my fault that you did not notice that there was a leak by the 15 piles of cards. Boxes. There's piles with boxes and boxes. It's not my fault that you didn't notice that
Anyone
until
else think
I
of
cleaned it.
Does anyone else think of flooding their office?
For what it's worth, it's not it's a fucking building. It's its own building. It's separate from the house. I'm not responsible for it. That was the deal.
Yeah, Corbin, it's yours only.
It should be the cast every week.
Everything is in the basement, and I try not to come down here.
It's
So,
we don't
I
have
don't-
basements in Oklahoma, but it's the same thing. It's a separate space. It's not mine. I don't want to participate.
Yeah, why would the tornado capital of the United States have a basement?
You can't. We have a storm shelter, but we
do?
don't have a basement.
Why not?
Because it's with the water table's really high and the clay and stuff. It's hard to do basements here, and some of the really older homes
Because
Do you
Oklahoma
have
is
that?
known for its
You see, I
water.
knew the answer, and I was trying what you showed me a few minutes ago by asking you so that they would all know.
Oh well, now people know. But we have one. We got it for we got a rebate for it.
Marianne, your shoulder is getting pretty close to being in the frame here.
I'm getting crazy.
All right, next question.
Too handsy.
All right,
Nobody
next.
else answered that question.
Wait, does anyone else think of lighting it on fire?
Yes, but I know that it doesn't work because of the materials not right for it to actually burn.
Is that
Well,
true?
that and
That's
I
good
do
to
know there's money in it.
Is that true?
Yeah, but
'Cause,
some days
Corbin's
it's
Yeah,
like-
hair burns.
Mary,
My
there's too much
basement is
oil
filled
and
to the
plastic. There's too
ceiling
much
of
oil on the
just
cards so they
bulk.
don't burn. They just sort of smolder and they just
Well, they will mold, as I can tell you. So
I'm saying
that's
enough
your
lighter
answer.
fluid, anything will burn.
Yeah, she learned that in the Girl Scouts. I just think it's endearing that a school shooter and an arsonist found each other in this crazy world.
My God, Marianne. All right, next up, to DJ's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
I'm the one that
I know
highlighted
what
this,
it
Corbin.
is.
No, don't ask that one. Just let's pick the next one.
All right.
All right. This is from well, the only way to pronounce this is Mo Parsi.
No, you could just leave the E silent.
Was Flavortown worth it, or was it all hype?
It was, from my perspective, absolutely hilarious. Because the best part, I was telling Jason this earlier, the first night he dyed his hair was too dark and it needed to be dyed twice. And the first time, it didn't lift all the way. So he looked like, kind of like a poodle, I guess. I don't know. It's like the tips and the roots were completely different colors. It was completely splotchy. I died laughing. Jason got really pissed at me for laughing. He pouted and stormed away. I cried myself to tears.
That's hilarious. Awesome.
And so
we knew that Jason was going through some sort of pain, but we weren't really privy to it.
Yeah.
So this makes me happy to hear.
His excuse was that his hair was too like Sterling Archer luxurious.
It's very thick. I can't even run a comb through it. I have great hair, and damaging it for this podcast was a sacrifice I made. Because our patrons, who go to patreon.com/Brainstorm Brewery, are worth it. Enjoy your perk. I hope you choke on it.
So I would say I enjoyed his pain more than the actual hair. The hair was, oh my god awful. Like in the stores, I would go in a different direction than that.
Marianne, I should probably tell you our next Patreon goal is for me to dress up like a.
I know what it is. I looked at it.
Oh, really?
I looked at your Patreon because I came up at work when I was bitching about being on the podcast.
Did you choose to donate as little as 20 or 25 cents an episode?
I did not.
Well, that's pretty rude.
I feel like I donate more to that podcast.
Right? Like, I feel like there's some other things here that I am doing.
You know, for $20 a month, I'll let you use some of those pint glasses in the cupboard upstairs.
Oh my god. Some in-kind donations.
Patrons only.
Whoa. With fancy talk, Marianne.
It's like I worked at nonprofits or something.
It's okay.
All right.
I have
Next
to
question.
get DJ to watch Mighty Ducks still, so.
We do need to get on
It's
that.
not gonna
That's
happen.
the next Patreon goal.
I mean, I told you could just go talk to
DJ's never
JD,
seen Mighty Ducks.
and he'll
Oh,
tell
right.
you
Oh, I did
everything
see- I
and do
saw
it
that
for
too.
you.
No spoilers.
even-
He's got to see it for the first time.
Even Ben has seen Mighty Ducks. All
Ben's
three.
too.
Even
Did you say he
I've
was
seen
3?
Mighty Ducks.
What?
I
say he
have
was
not all the
No,
way.
I said even Ben has seen
Oh,
them.
I see.
Like,
all
we
the way
owned
through?
them on
All the way through,
VHS
I
as a
understand.
kid because my older brother was super into hockey and he loved them. So I
They're on
watched, like,
HBO.
20 minutes of them.
Or they were, like a month ago.
Good to know.
I'm not even gonna need to see it
okay.
because we've been hemorrhaging patrons.
That's true. Because they didn't get their ashes or their flasks.
I don't know. There's a box of stuff in
All
there.
right, here's
Looking
one.
at it.
Corbin's fault.
This is from. I'm just gonna read this. This is from J. Ash Trophy, Luke. That is
It's
what-
pronounced
that's-
astrophy.
Okay. Are you emotionally threatened by female fans of the cast?
Are there even female Magic players?
What?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
That
Are
was
there
like 1
fans of
degree
this
more
cast?
sexist than Brittany's loaded response. I think that's fun. No, because women can't play Magic.
And
There are
we're
no
As far as I can
fans
tell from
for the record.
my limited interaction so far is that I've only seen like guys come up to DJ and say, "Oh, I'm a big fan of the podcast."
I mean,
But
that
act
could
like
also be a
GPs.
thing, right?
What?
I mean, DJ's 100% straight, so
Yeah.
no, I'm not
I
threatened.
mean, no, like, but it was just a joke. No. Oh my god.
I guess I don't know, guys can be stalkers, I guess.
That's
I don't know,
true.
like I don't ever think about the fans, I'm sorry. But like
She's surprised to learn we have
That's
fans.
because they're not
Yeah.
real. They're not
That's
real.
true.
They like,
Like-
I mean, like, it crosses my mind, but like, I'm not concerned about it being an issue.
we
that
have
makes
stalkers. We have Sander. We have Narc. We have. We have a
Don't
few.
you talk-
Everybody who
don't you
sends
talk
Corbin
negative
crap in the
about
mail.
Sander.
Yeah, Corbin got a manifesto. That's.
Well, I did receive a manifesto from a listener. Yeah.
I
We
guess
threw
that's
that. I
what-
showed that to Marianne, and then we threw it away.
I don't even
I hope
remember
you
what you're
burned
talking
it.
about.
That was that piece of those papers with the.
Oh, yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
you
Pretty-
burned it because that shit was scary.
written
No.
in
It's
blood.
pretty weird.
I mostly just ignore all of it. It's fine.
All right, next up. This is from Brian with the last name I won't pronounce.
Cassidy.
DJ, do you know where Brian lives? Could you let us know?
Yeah, just post his address.
Oh yeah, I'll let you know, Corbin.
Okay,
that you
look
can...
in the show notes. Look in the show notes for Brian's address. DJ will get it.
Yeah, and then
All right,
we'll
this
find out he
question
was
is for-
supposed to get a flask 6 months ago.
This question is for DJ and Emily. When will you guys have a kid? Brainstorm nursery segments are my favorite part of the show, and I feel like you're really missing out.
We were
Get
just
back to
talking.
me in like 5 to 10 years.
Well, that's
a plan.
that is a plan.
We were just talking
That's
about this
allowed,
earlier.
and you can choose what you want to choose. Don't let.
You're just everybody's cheerleader.
What?
Where's
I
mine?
think if you
Where's my
if you
cheerleader?
choose not to have kids, that's allowed. If you want to have kids, also cool. Like if you want to wait, also fine. Don't let people pressure you.
Join
into
us.
things.
We don't sleep and we're miserable. Be miserable.
I already
with
don't
us.
sleep. I have a cat that wakes me up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's totally the same.
Mind you, now I have my dogs all now also wake me up, and I like hate them so much. Like I don't want to hate them, but I do.
Look, have a kid with
Don't
us.
you have
so
like a million
can learn to
foster
hate
dogs in your
dog.
house?
We did. We don't. When I got pregnant, I switched jobs, and I didn't work at the Humane Society here anymore. And so we switched to actually doing Rover. And so for a while we
We were getting paid. It was
Is that
we,
like Uber for dogs?
we dog sat dogs.
Rover?
It's
And
Airbnb.
it's like Airbnb for dogs. And so we had dogs in our home until
What?
I had Ben.
You guys are saying
a
this
lot-
like it's everything you're saying like it's normal is the craziest shit.
Okay.
You know,
It's
They're leaving
$49.
the home. How do you
hotels for
expect?
dogs and
No,
dead
it's a
mice.
real
You know,
app. You can make real money. Cats, dogs. You can even do it like just walking dogs or like going and checking on people's cats and stuff. Like it's a real thing. It's legit. You get like background checked and stuff. But like we made like $800 watching some people's dog for a month when they went to Nepal.
We're rich.
how
Did we
did
really?
you pass a background check?
Why don't we do
Me?
that again?
Well, not you,
Corbin
but
mostly.
yes, just a collective you.
I mean, it was me. Like me.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. Okay.
Marianne outlined herself, but only half of hers on the camera. She's getting more and more in frame as we go here.
I am very much a rule follower. And so no,
That's not
it's
true.
a
I
real
told
thing
you-
though. It's a real thing, and we did that. But after we had Ben, we have not done that. We fostered a couple different puppies, a couple times in some specific circumstances. But we haven't had foster dogs because I already feel bad enough for my dogs.
Look, I told you JJ's only rule was that we stay in the frame. Because I got yelled at last week for getting out of the frame. And now you're going
It's
in
okay.
and out
I'll
of the
just
frame.
I'll send him some cider.
You're going to give JJ some cider.
Yeah. He likes
All right, JJ, there you go, man. My wife's going to bribe you with alcohol. All right, next question. I see a highlighted one down here. To Jason's wife, this is from Maximum Sea Dog. How do you feel about the fact that Lily is eventually going to listen to the insane things her father has said about her when she was a baby?
Will she though?
Oh, I hope not.
I mean-
I certainly hope not.
Like I barely listen to it, and then I'm like contemporary, I guess. So when
If we're lucky,
like-
she'll never listen. That's what you're saying.
well, I was gonna say like in 20 years, but like who knows if even this stuff will last that long. But it's just I don't know.
I heard the world was
all
ending
this-
in 12.
All the stuff that he says about her, I'm pretty sure he said to her face at some point or other.
Well, to be fair, she might be too young to remember when Jason was talking shit about her when she was 6 months old.
No, but he tells her stuff now. Like the other day, she said, "I'm not shit. I'm Lily." Did that make me worried? A little bit.
Hey, Marianne,
But-
do you feel better?
To be
About
fair,
our
I
son
called her a
person?
little shit because, and I
she was
can't
being a
stress
little
this
shit, I'm
enough.
sure.
She was being
Sometimes kids
a
are
little
assholes.
shit.
Like they're
Yeah.
a little. Yes. No.
We've had to have conversations with our family to tell them that when Ben curses, you're not allowed to laugh at it because he'll just do it
He
more.
dropped a truck at my parents' house, and then he said shit when he dropped the truck, which is an appropriate usage of shit, right? Like you drop
Yeah,
it. And
5
you're
points
like,
for
oh,
context.
shit.
I told the story on the podcast. Actually.
Yeah,
This is
so we
good.
did that, and then my mom was like horrified, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, but you don't talk like that." And I was like, "No, but Corbin does, even though I do definitely curse occasionally."
Hey, do you have Ben's toys? He's got a bus, right? I could put it where it belongs over top of me. Hey, that was clever. I've been throwing.
No,
under
not
the
really.
bus.
No.
Yes, it was.
You're dumb.
If you
Anyway.
have to
Marianne
say
just
that
gave me
was
this
clever,
look
it
off
wasn't.
camera, and I was very smart and funny.
But anyways, there's a lot. And then we have to have a discussion about how I feel that, like, if he curses, like, that's fine, because he's probably going to curse at some point anyways, as long as I'd rather him do that than, like, as long as he's not, like, calling people names, you know what I mean? Like, being
Sure.
nasty towards people. Or I'd rather him do that than use other not appropriate.
Drugs, right? I get it. Drugs. Yeah.
All right.
Drugs. Drugs are bad too. So,
All right.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
Brittany,
Lily
we
says
need
like,
to know.
"Are you shitting me?"
go ahead.
And I have to
Yeah.
do everything I can not to burst out in laughter, which
Yeah,
I do
well,
anyway
Corbin
because
did
that shit's
something, And he
hilarious.
said something, and then Ben did like something, and he just goes "fuck" really loud. We were like cracking up, but oh well. What are you gonna do?
Jeez.
It's fine.
Yeah, but like older generations are like, oh, they're scandalized by a
Well, they would
3-year-old
much
saying
rather use
shit, and they
words-
casually use the N-word in their day. So like,
Yes,
I don't
yes,
really want to
exactly.
hear
Oh
it
my
from
god,
them.
my
That's
mom
where
had to
we run
like
into
scream at my
issues.
grandpa one time for saying that in front of us as kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the first time when I was talking about old people being racist, my grandma was just like, eeny, meeny, tiny toe, catch a blank by the toe. And I learned that was a racist song.
Wow, she said tiger with a hard R.
Yeah, dude, it was rough. It was rough, man. And I learned something that day, right? Not something you want to learn, but I learned something. I was a little kid. All right, next. So to answer the question, though, you're not going to give this to Lily when she turns 13 or whatever? It's
She
not going to be locked in the
honestly-
vault?
It's just that you don't send it to like an email that you set up for her and her name that like you send each one.
that's some
like, the
future-
file.
It's like that. It's like that Michael Keaton movie where he died and recorded all those videos for his kid.
Yeah.
I know there's a country music song about that.
Instead of a will, she just gets like an MP3 file of.
Of every episode.
Here's your daddy doing a tight 45 in front of a casino crowd, talking about that time he took a massive dump in the bathtub.
Yeah, I feel like she doesn't need recordings because she's going to live through it, and she probably
That's
doesn't need to
fair.
go back to it.
That's
I mean,
fair.
if she
She'll
needs
know.
That's actually a very good point.
She'll know.
if she needs them for therapy purposes, I'm sure she can look up on YouTube. Like she can
It'll archive
play them
it.
for her
That's true.
therapist.
The stuff I say in my act is so much worse than I say on the podcast. Like,
All right, let's move on. Next question here is from Screamin' Jaywalkin'. Your husband, this is to all of you, this is addressed to the wives. Your husbands, to varying degrees, took their hobbies and turned it into a job. Do you have any hobbies you're as invested in or nearly invested in? Do you have anything you care about or spend as much time on as we do magic?
I mean, like, I guess for me, the closest thing would be, like, my horse stuff, which I know is, like, a thing. But, I want to do that as a kid, but it's a lot of work. And, like,
I just
a lot
distracted
of extra hours.
Marianne in her
Yeah.
defense.
Take
Take over. Start your answer over again.
He's, like, looking at something. I don't know what.
There's a giant ass bug on the floor.
Oh, just kill it. Be an
Yeah,
adult.
Is that another earwig?
So probably
cut.
closest thing for me would be horse stuff and doing like because
oh, you said horse stuff.
Horse stuff.
I heard horse stuff, and I was like, all right, cool.
I heard
pretty
corb.
hard. No,
He
horse
turned your
like
hobby into a
equine-
It would
jobby. That's
definitely be
admirable.
hard.
equine things. That's what I want to do as a kid. But it's like you don't get a vacation, and I like travel, and it's rough. It's a really hard thing to do. And then a lot of, I don't know, at least like in an honest way, like a lot of the things I do are to let Corbin do this sort of stuff that he wants to do. That's kind of more flexible.
Emily?
All right, what's next?
Brittany's hoping nobody asked her about her hobbies.
Brittany, let's hear it.
My hobbies are coming home from work and surviving. I guess I don't know. I cross stitch. I do like stupid stuff. Like
You were 79 years old.
What's a cross stitch? I don't know what that means.
You don't know what cross stitching is?
Absolutely not.
Do you know what Google is?
Ooh. Fucking got him.
I see.
I don't know, like not that I have a stressful job necessarily, but like when I get home, I don't want to do anything. And on
You
the
have
weekends,
children. Well,
Yeah,
a child.
and-
You're gonna
and,
have
well,
children.
yeah, and I know we'll go out and do stuff on the weekends that it's just like try to clear my head and not do anything. Like if I had to sit here and look up card prices and all that, that's not a hobby. That's just another job. That's just work.
Yeah, but I
You're right about
I don't
that.
have another
Emily?
job.
I don't really do much. I work, I come home, I make dinner, and then I just kind of chill out. I either play League of Legends or I write fan fiction.
Well, this was actually that's cool. I mean, that's awesome. This is one of our questions from Olaro77.
Yeah, she's writing like a Twilight-esque smut thing, and it's gonna
It's
make us a
not
lot of money.
Twilight.
I want to hear all of it. I want to
Emily,
hear
are there
about this.
vampires screwing in your fan fiction?
Oh my god, yes, but
Yes.
How do okay, so vampires don't eat food.
Is it a fan fiction?
Wouldn't their
What
anus
universe are
like
we in?
atrophy over time? So like, how do vampires fuck each other?
I don't know, Jason.
Not in their anus?
Well, how did you male vampire? Nobody wants to read heterosexual fan fiction. I don't know
Well,
if you
too
guys
bad
know
that's
about
what I'm
fan fiction.
writing.
I just want to know what universe this is in. Is it actually Twilight?
No,
I've
it's
read
not
all those books.
It's not Twilight. It's a manga and anime series called Vampire Night.
Don't know.
I hate that I know what
don't
that
the
is.
rules. Do the vampires shine?
No.
No, they fuck each other in the ass, Corbin. Try to keep up.
Are vampires humans? Do they have genitals?
Yeah, they were human.
Corbin, asking them if they shine is pretty homophobic.
Like the lore for vampires in this universe is that it's like a mutation to the human DNA or whatever. So yeah, they're technically like the next evolution of humans.
Do they
So
have
they're better.
superior
So-
penises then?
I don't.
You're the one writing about
Marianne
them.
is just giving me these looks like this isn't what we podcast about every week.
Do they all just become female?
No.
This isn't Jurassic Park, Brittany.
There's that lizard species
No,
of like they're all female
it's
now.
a shoujo manga, so there's like one main girl character and like maybe 3 others, and then every other character is a guy.
Oh, so it fails the Bechdel test?
It's a almost a reverse harem, but it's just a primary love triangle.
Oh, no wonder you're writing yaoi then. Makes sense.
I'm not writing yaoi.
I love how defensive you are. It's not Twilight.
And it just
It's
sounds like a
because I've been
gangbang.
like it's been my pet project since like early high school.
Well, hey, look how much
why.
money Stephanie Meyer has writing
Right,
Twilight
that's
fan
what I'm
fiction,
saying.
turning into
I'm
50
working
Shades
on
of
something
Grey.
on the side. I started working on something else.
That's
Well,
way more
I was
interesting.
gonna ask about this other question that was about cooking, and who cooks in your house, and
Me.
if they make good food, and what the best dish is. But that was way more interesting, to be honest.
I mean, I think it's 50-50. We are both very talented cooks, but Brittany is a control freak, so she likes to try to take over when I'm cooking.
Is that why
Alright,
you send her
Brittany,
pictures of steak
rebuttal?
when she you're gone, or when she's gone?
And I just need a response from Brittany here.
I would say that's probably very accurate, and Jason does not dice his vegetables small enough, and maybe uses too much Worcestershire sauce.
You
And
can never have too much.
Wait,
Worcestershire
what did you
sauce.
say?
Worcestershire
kind of sauce?
Worcestershire sauce? I don't. Well,
You sound like you're
that-
speaking
is that
Mandarin.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire? Whatever.
Worcestershire.
Worcester.
Worcestershire.
Worcester.
I'm not fucking
That's what they
English.
call it up there. They call it Worcester.
That is true.
I've actually never heard my mom pronounce that, so I can't tell you if you're right or not.
I don't know how you say
The
it
English
either.
pronounce it Worcestershire.
Okay.
That's true. I'm not making that up.
Yeah, because England is the what is it of Europe?
Oh my god.
What is it, Jason?
I don't remember. It's so hard to keep up
You
with
said it
all
was.
my
You said
slurs.
England was the Mexico of Britain.
Oh,
You can't call
that's
everything
accurate.
Mexico, man.
Yeah.
It's something. What is like Europe has to have its own Europe.
Yeah. Europe is the Europe of Europe? No. Poland is
Right,
the
but
Mexico
what's
of
the-
Europe, and I stand by that.
All right. Okay. Next up, this is from Luke. What is everyone's safe word?
Ice
I
cream.
think Marianne's is something like "fuck off." I
Not
don't know what
tonight,
you guys
asshole.
got.
I have a headache. Brittany's safe word is if you don't log 4 hours on your CPAP tonight, they're not going to pay for it for insurance.
Or just chemical warfare.
Yeah, she just gasses me out of the room. I haven't shit in 2 days. Bah!
Hey, being pregnant's hard.
I know.
No, you don't.
Hard
Oh
on you?
shit!
Fuck is
Yeah.
wrong
Oh
with
shit!
you?
Marianne, get on camera. Get him. Get him.
No.
I'm a
just
sympathetic
been
eater.
pregnant
I
and
still
I
haven't lost the baby weight
promise
from
He
Liliana.
doesn't know.
Jason, I've been told you don't know.
Do what?
Like
But
Jon Snow.
can I ask you though? Do I know?
I honestly don't know anymore.
I like how Emily casually said ice cream as an answer to the question, and then everyone just
Wait,
like,
wait! I didn't hear it. I was saving that.
You know what
I
I
was gonna
heard?
come back
I
and
heard
circle around and
that
ask her, Emily,
kayak is
ice
a good
cream?
safe word because you can say
That's so
kayak
many-
with a ball gag in your mouth.
Yeah, that's a lot of words.
You can't say ice cream with a ball gag in your mouth.
Jason,
You're
what's
just
it
not
sound
even
like
thinking
with
That's why
ball
you
gag
have
in your
physical
mouth?
signals.
ahead. Kurr!
Oh, physical signals.
You can say
What's the-
kayak
is
with a
it-
ball gag.
What's the correct physical signal?
Usually turning your hand over.
What?
That's very non-specific.
Oh.
You take your
No,
hand
like-
and then you turn it over.
What if you're like choking and you're like, eh?
No,
and you're like, my hand's turned over.
it's tapping him on the shoulder twice.
Well, there you go.
I'm learning so much.
Like a very deliberate
None.
tap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Like this.
Mary's
Tap,
tapping.
tap, tap, tap. Uh-oh. What did we do? What did we break?
All right, Marianne, this one's for you from Murdoch. Do you ever want to say fuck Buffalo? I can't.
Buffalo, what is wrong with you tonight?
I like how early he called our server the
It's like-
discard server. I just
Okay.
love that so much.
Yeah, I let
'Cause
that
that's
one
how
go
I
too.
feel
The
about those people.
The
The
question
discard server.
is, for Corbin's wife, which is me,
Marianne, make sure you're going to be in frame.
no. Do you ever want to say, fuck Buffalo Wild Wings? Can we go to a real restaurant? The answer is I do not go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Victory.
I have to
Just-
get it by
I
myself.
don't.
Yeah, I,
I
have
just
to get
don't.
it by
Like,
myself.
I don't participate in that. I'm a local restaurant connoisseur. We'll go with that.
All right.
Brittany,
Fair.
is there a restaurant that I go to as often as Corbin goes to Buffalo Wild Wings that you wish I didn't take you to?
I mean, there's probably something
there
that
any
you go to a
restaurant-
lot, but
Is there any restaurant there that dices their vegetables enough?
oh, okay. Here's the thing about that, and I feel like I have to explain myself with this. I have a small mouth.
Makes my dick look huge.
Is that why you got together
That's why we're
for a
together.
self-esteem chaser?
Yeah.
A small mouth, small hands, and so when I eat dinner,
Sure.
I would like if it's like a stir fry or something like that, things to be chopped finely so I can taste everything in one bite.
A chop is not a dice. It's not the same thing.
Whatever. And so
Fortunately-
it seems very control freaky, and I admit it is, but there is a reason behind it.
I've never sliced the vegetables wrong.
Corbin doesn't slice vegetables, to clarify.
Yeah.
Does he eat vegetables?
No. He's probably gonna die. Like,
Has he ever eaten vegetables?
5 is not very long from now.
yeah, I know.
All right. Next question.
Point.
This is
Tells
a good
us
one.
gout
Highlighted
medication.
I like
I don't eat
by
vegetables.
somebody, one of you. So
I
you want me to
highlighted
ask
this one.
it?
I like this one.
All right. How did the marriage proposal go down? I want to hear the proposal stories. Who wants to start us off? DJ Emily?
I can go first because it's really easy. I was visiting him in his college room. One of my cats from home was going under surgery.
Getting
so I
its
was
leg
kinda
amputated.
upset. Yeah. And then
That was necessary.
we were just kind of cuddling. Then he's like, "All right, I know what would make you feel better," and got down on the floor and pulled out a ring and asked him to marry him. And I just said yes. And then I got yelled at later for just only texting my mom about it instead of calling her.
Got engaged, LOL.
well, I didn't know what was like.
Smiley
if she
face
was driving
emoji,
home yet,
sunglasses
or,
emoji.
Like, what was going on because of the surgery and stuff. So I was just figured, well, I should tell her. So then I got she called me after, then told me off about it, but yeah, nothing too climactic. We had been discussing it for a while. It just I didn't know.
Well,
when
that's
we
how
were
it's
actually gonna
supposed
do
to
it.
go, right?
Yeah, like
You're not supposed to
if
get
you-
married on a surprise.
Yeah, yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's
It's
not
one of those
1920.
like
you don't
have,
propose to someone after you go on 3 dates.
Yeah, I would say Jason and I, we like responsible adults, had talked about it for a while. We had went out, we bought a ring, we went and picked it up.
She
then-
designed a ring. Like, she was very, very active in the process. She designed the perfect ring, and then I bought a giant diamond, and I'm like, you're clumsy, you're going to lose this giant diamond. So I bought a $30 cubic zirconium, and I'm glad I did, because do we still have that?
No,
Oh,
we
Emily
did not.
shattered ours.
So-
Emily shattered hers.
I did not on purpose.
I was hit by a car and it got lost. But I'm gonna finish the story. So we went, we picked up the ring, and then it sat on our kitchen table in a box for a week. And then one day we were walking out of the apartment, and Jason goes, "Hey, do you want to put it on?" That's my romantic story.
There you go.
Then we did butt stuff later. You forgot that. I'm romantic.
I don't remember that.
That's how good it was. You blacked out.
That's not usually how that works. Jason.
Emily forgot about all the not subtle BDSM references I put in my proposal speech.
You didn't have a proposal speech.
I was gonna say you gave a
did.
speech.
It wasn't a speech. It was like a monologue.
Did you have a monologue?
It was yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I just
Very
remember
heartfelt
you
moment.
you getting
Check
down
your
actually
text to
doing
your
it,
mom
and I
and
said
see if
yes.
any of the monologues in there.
No.
That was how good it was. You blacked out.
Oh yeah.
That's not how it works.
Call back.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
All right. Marianne, do you want to share our story?
So Corbin wants me to share our story last because he thinks he's really awesome.
Say last. I never said last. You chose when to speak up.
No. You gave me a look. I just want to clarify that this is like Corbin's like claim to fame. Like he was like romantic.
He peaked in high school, right?
Yeah.
This was clearly college. I peaked in
Anyways,
college.
we did
I
not.
stole the ball from Blake Griffin, then I came home.
Marianne, tell them that happened.
I wasn't there for that. I can't corroborate that story.
Impossible to verify.
I'm about to call every member of my freshman basketball team. Bring them on this podcast.
Except Blake Griffin.
It's on the other team, DJ. I know you don't understand how sports work, but we weren't all on the same team, man. When they tell you that, it's a lie.
Corbin,
So-
tell us about how you beat Shaq next.
So I went and did like a month-long study abroad summer class in London. Don't be shoving me in the frame. And it was between my like junior and senior year of college. So Corbin had graduated in the spring because he's like.
So you were an adult by this point.
I was 21. So technically yes.
Because you were a little baby when you first started dating.
Well,
That's
based
what
on
it
you
is.
were
was
in London,
15.
so based on the metric system, you were still an adult at 18.
That's true.
Yeah. So, anyways, we'd been together like 6 years, but Corbin came and surprised me in London when we were studying, and I mean, like we went to dinner and he like showed up and surprised, and everybody knew about it, and yada yada yada. So
that's nice.
That was the exciting thing, and then he hung out with me in London for like.
You
a
forgot
week,
the best part of the
and
story.
we slept in like a twin size bed in my little dorm.
Oh,
pretty-
wait, what if
pretty
your parents
thrilling.
listen to this?
Well,
I would say
We're in
sleeping
that shit. We're in a lot of
sleeping in a
trouble if
twin
that's
size
true.
bed is not as sexy as it sounds.
it is not. And Corbin
It's
is
very
not
uncomfortable.
Corbin is not small. Like he's like 6'3" and like 240 pounds.
That's the nicest
Yeah.
compliment you have ever paid. You are talking about sleeping with me, and you said, and not small.
But not about.
I'm
that.
small where it counts, baby.
I'm saying that there was not that much space.
I feel like, sleeping in a twin bed is sort of like 69ing. Only people who've never done it think it's sexy.
Yeah, pretty much.
essentially. And so that's what happened. And yeah.
You forgot the best part of the story, though. I'm wandering around London.
Did you
and
get
I
lost?
saw you on the other side of the street.
And
you
he found a
almost
Buffalo
saw
Wild
me,
Wings.
but I had priorities. I'd never been to a European Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh my god.
They have
No,
a U
I've
in
told
Buffalo.
this story on the
Wait, this part is true?
Another
This isn't bullshit? This is true?
What?
Did
What?
you found a Buffalo Wild Wings in Europe?
Everyone likes Buffalo Wild Wings.
But you
I never
went there?
to Buffalo Wild Wings with Corbin in Europe. I'm just saying that.
No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea if there was one or not. No, but what did happen, though, is I was walking down the street after I arrived, and it was a complete surprise. And I see Marianne walking on the other side of the street. And since I was there trying to surprise her, that was concerning. It was crazy. Fortunately, she did not see me. And whatever you say now, you didn't see me. It's too late to lie about it. All right. Somebody's highlighted this, so I'll read it. To Miss Corbin,
I have a name.
her name's Marianne. Do you feel that Corbin heroically saved the trip to Disney World with a call to American Airlines Elite line, or is he exaggerating his contribution?
I think heroic is a strong word, but
I
it
think
was
it's-
very helpful.
I
I also think that
and
I
yet
rode the SkyTrain in Dallas for 5 hours with my toddler, so I don't know.
I would agree. It is a strong word. It's also an accurate word.
Oh my god,
No.
Corbin.
And don't
Heroism
try to be a
implies
smartass.
altruism. I don't think you put
I don't
anything
think
on the
that's
line.
true, Jason. I don't
I
think
think
that's true.
it was super helpful, and obviously we ended up getting there. But
Can you be a hero
heroic?
if you're only doing it to be a hero?
Well, now all
This
the
got
times
deep.
I've been
That's
stuck in
Jason's point.
Chicago
I mean,
with
did you wanna
Lily,
get-
Jason did jack shit.
That's not true. I continued having a good weekend without you. That's not jack shit.
God.
Jeez.
It's getting day drunk and texting my ex-girlfriends. That's not nothing.
Were they ignoring
All right.
They were
Miss
ignoring
DJ.
me.
Did DJ take your last name?
No. I took his boring last name.
All right.
That
Give
is
us
true.
alt.
My last name is very boring.
Brittany, do you prefer alt
How
or Turner?
often does Jason try out jokes on you and then insist your opinion is wrong when you don't laugh?
Well, he does try out jokes on me, and he has learned that if I don't react, then it will do okay.
Well, that's good. That's something.
She
And if
likes
I-
British
Marianne-
humor.
Marianne's
and since
on
none of my
hiatus
jokes
at the
involve
moment.
dressing up like a woman, she doesn't laugh.
Marianne
go,
had to use the bathroom, and since she
"Oh."
was off screen and didn't want to say it out loud, I want everyone to know that she was making this motion. She was going,
Is it the jerk off motion? I can't see what you're doing.
no, I did it to the camera. It was great. Everyone saw.
We'll
All
find
right,
out later.
next up from Papa Bones. Have each wife tell an embarrassing story about their hubbies.
I think the most embarrassing thing is referring to me as a hubby. It's pretty embarrassing, Papa Bones.
Marianne, do you, we're on the embarrassing stories part. You've already done a pretty good job here, but,
What?
Nobody embarrasses Corbin like Corbin.
Yeah, like
Light
he has no
pole.
shame, so like I don't really know. Like I'm.
Marianne,
agree.
can I ask you,
It's a
since you're
gift.
here, were you in that Corbin Hits a Light Pole video?
I am at the very end.
Oh, that's so cool.
You can see me like when I cry.
Jason's like, I met somebody famous. You were in that famous
You
video.
were in a YouTube video with over 5,000 views just from me.
Yeah, I feel like there's nothing I could say that would like embarrass. Not because of anything in particular, but it's just.
I talk about my dick on stage, so it's kind of hard to embarrass me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, how many
Emily, are
times
you
do you
allowed
shit
to-
your pants a year? I don't know.
Oh,
like,
Oh no! What? Is it more than 0?
It's
Jason, man, we need to
more
know.
than 0.
Okay, this is going somewhere now.
No kidding.
Am I the only one that
10.
shits my pants a couple times a year? Is that not a thing?
Not shit like under the
I
age
don't
of 2.
shit my pants several times a year.
Brittany, do you use the gummy bear strategy with him?
Try to potty trade him.
But I have to admit, I have sent a couple of texts to my sister saying I have lost gummy bears lately.
She got that loose butthole between the baby and...
I would say between the sneezes and the coughs and everything
Yeah.
else, like I have lost gummy bears.
Look, man, sometimes it's not like I'm dumping a whole load in my pants. It's just like sometimes I trust a sneaky fart. Like it's a thing that happens. You never
gosh, really
you never
learned your
trusted a
lesson
fart.
there,
You
man.
never gambled and lost. Really, I'm the only one. There's no way. You guys are all liars.
You're on your high horse at the beginning of the podcast with the mice and the.
Look,
And
man,
all-
the mouse thing's way more preventable.
It's all full circle.
I guess, man. I don't know, dude.
You guess.
I don't know, man.
Well, everyone poops.
That's
Thank
true.
you,
That is a
Brittany
that is a
and
piece of literature.
Japanese author Taro Gomi for reminding us that
you
everybody
go.
poops.
Oh my god.
All right, jeez. All right, no. Let's hear the DJ embarrassing story. Are you allowed to tell an embarrassing story?
I'm allowed to do whatever, but
That's not true, but continue.
I meant in this context. But I'm trying to think. It's mostly just he has like no, like not no, but he has like an overreactive gag, I guess. So like he can't scoop litter without like almost throwing up.
Wait a minute. So DJ can't even have the cat that he has?
No, she just takes care of it's her cat.
Oh, well then you can't have kids because if she's pregnant, she can't scoop the litter.
That's a good
It's
point.
against, it's against you can't do that because you get toxoplasmosis.
Yeah.
Tatioplasma. Like every time you play a land, you draw a card and gain a life.
Toxoplasmosis.
Oh, similar.
Toxoplasmosis is only for outdoor cats that eat wild mice. But hey, since you have wild
No,
mice
it's
inside
like
your
a thing
house,
we recommend
maybe
you
your
don't
cat
do it
is
all
going to
the
get
time.
I've heard it
toxoplasmosis.
before
We don't
that
have
like
cats.
pregnant women aren't supposed to like scoop litter.
Yeah, like
So-
it's everyone you're not supposed to because there's a chance and there's a thing. It's a
Yeah.
real thing.
But yeah, that's like the thing. So like If the toilet gets clogged, that's my job because he can't like be in the same room as it.
So DJ clogs the toilet and then he's like, clean up after me?
No, we just have an awful upstairs toilet. She can verify that.
Yeah, like our toilet is garbage, yeah, but at the same time, it's like, holy shit, how do you clog it all the fucking time?
So you get a couple surgical masks, you get some peppermint oil, you soak it, and then you can't smell it.
At least I make it to the toilet, apparently, in this cast. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, I make it.
that's
The
that,
bulk
but
of
I'm
it
just
goes in
saying,
the
like,
toilet, man. I shit. There's such
like,
a
there are
small
just some
volume of
things
shit that
like,
ends
he,
up in
like,
my pants.
He
You don't
can
even
smell
know.
or something, and he like starts wanting to gag, and I'm like, I don't smell anything, or it just doesn't bother me. The only thing that I gag at is like bananas, like the smell of bananas.
that's
So
weirder.
if you get pregnant and you get the super smell,
Mm-hmm.
is it going to be a competition between the two of you who has the most sensitive smell? And it just like
don't know.
trails of vomit throughout
Apparently,
the house.
I have like a superpower, and I just that's fine.
Welcome to the next edition of Who's a Bigger Bitch.
I'm surprised Emily didn't tell the chicken patty story.
What chicken? Oh, the
Well,
one
she's
where you
gonna tell the
burnt it in
chicken
the
patty
microwave?
story now.
Wait, let's hear it. Yeah, absolutely.
You're welcome,
Well,
by the
this
way.
isn't really my story. That's more of your brother's story, but apparently
I hit an
because DJ
extra
can't
0
cook-
on the microwave. That's the short version.
DJ can't cook it out. He'll try to make ramen and he boils the water and then leaves and then it's gone. Like,
Marianne, I am not the worst.
so that's basically the context here. This is high school DJ and yeah,
Without the long hair, though.
Well, he
No,
had to
he had
like
long hair.
he started boiling water. And he's like, "Oh, I got to put more stuff in my manifesto. I'm gonna scribble more notes about which teachers I'm going to shoot first."
So what happened? You blew up a microwave?
he basically burnt the chicken patty to a crisp, as far as I know, and like his brother had to like throw the plate out in the snow or something.
Yeah.
To like prevent.
Like, it seared
pretty
through,
gross.
like, the plate and onto the microwave, like, platter thing that rotates. So, like, I was supposed to microwave the chicken patty for 2 minutes, but I hit 2 and then apparently hit 0 an extra time and walked away. And then I didn't, like, go back and check on it until the smoke was filling the kitchen. And so it
You
was
can see
just
like,
okay,
this is
man.
taking
You
a
do your
long
thing.
time.
Yeah, Teenage DJ was a little stupid. And by that, I mean he had his priorities in the order of playing RuneScape or Minecraft, then Soul Calibur 4, and then
magic.
I don't know.
Magic.
And then checking on his chicken patty.
That was
Chicken Pat was really low on
real
that
far
list.
down.
That is the shitting your pants of cooking. I just want to point that out.
All right, well, there you go. All right, next question. We just got a couple left here. Let's see here. Oops.
This one that I have highlighted, we have to do at some point.
What is it? Read it.
To the wives, how did you meet your husband and why did you marry them?
That's from Joey D, by the way, Brittany.
Oh, she knows Joey.
Joey should
You
know.
like Joey?
I like Joey. He's fine. Hi, Joey.
She sounds
He's fine.
tired.
You heard it here first.
You're fine.
One of my best friends. Fine.
You're tolerable. No, I like Joey. He's great. He's got interesting taste in ex-wives, but he's good.
For those who don't know, oh, never mind. I don't know if we can say
No,
that. Can we
that
say
would be a good story for the cast.
Can we talk about
the
that?
first time I went to GP Vegas, I skipped his wedding, and it's not because I'm not a good friend. It's because I didn't think that they would make it a year, and I lost that bet. They made it 365 days.
Exactly.
Exactly on a year.
Yeah,
divorce
she
papers
served them
came.
with divorce papers on their anniversary.
Oh,
She's
jeez.
pretty
that's
much the
slow.
cold, hardest person.
It was a
alive,
push,
yeah.
so you was a push on the bet.
Yeah.
All right, understood.
So
Fair
I
enough.
still should probably have gone to the wedding and not sent Brittany in my place.
Yeah, I went. I did.
Well, that
I
was
did
nice
my
of
duty.
you to go, Brittany.
So
Proxy.
you went and gambled instead, but your wife had to go.
Well, when I gambled, he gambled too, but when I gambled, I didn't lose half my money. So
All right, what was
Emily,
the question?
what's your question? Your answer for that question?
how did you meet your husband, and why the hell did you marry
This
them?
is the most embarrassing story that you didn't. This is the real embarrassing story.
What?
How we met.
It's not. I
It
think
is.
it's cute.
That's why. Yeah, I know.
DJ's got
I'm
a
very
persona, and
curious now.
cute doesn't factor into his persona.
But didn't both you guys meet in high school? Like,
Yeah.
how was that?
Yeah. It was second day of our sophomore year in high school, and it
This
was.
is a great story. Keep going.
He doesn't
No,
like
no, be
this.
serious. DJ's mad about it, so I want to know.
He's gonna beat the shit out of you later, but it's so worth it.
And I'll say, do it again.
Yep, got him.
Yeah, so second day of sophomore year, it's the last period of day. We had French. Talking to one of my friends in class, and then I just hear a guy say, "Nice shirt." I turn in, it's this new kid, and we're wearing the same exact Death Note t-shirt. And my mind immediately went with, "Oh, it's a cute boy. He likes anime. I think I'm in love." That's literally how my mind went. So I
Aw.
spent the next
And then it
40
wasn't
minutes or
DJ?
whatever awkwardly staring at him.
Oh.
And then eventually it eventually turned
And now
into
you're married. That's awesome.
yeah.
And you guys watch other anime.
Yep.
I don't know what Death Note is. I assume it's anime, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay, there you go. That's
Okay,
No,
awesome.
it's a
So-
Netflix. It's a live action Netflix movie.
No, it's not.
So
Everybody
everyone here met in high school. Is that true?
No. God, Jason and I met online in college and then met in a bar.
Don't say we met. Why do you say we met online? Why don't you just say we met in college?
I'm honestly impressed Jason was online. How long
What does that
ago?
even mean?
Okay.
online
You're the old
constantly.
one.
Since
Am I the
apparently
Luddite
my
on
The
this
joke on the
podcast?
podcast is that Jason's the old one. So I'm impressed that he was old enough for internet dating.
Oh well,
that
I mean, I
old.
waited for my 56K modem to connect a AOL Instant Messenger, and
Oh my god.
Okay, since apparently my story wasn't that embarrassing, which is that cool. Can we
you
talk
were,
about
you were
how?
both wearing a Death Note T-shirt. That's pretty goddamn embarrassing.
No.
Can we talk about how our French teacher was like a super racist, like hard right wing, like alt right dude?
I didn't friend him on Facebook, so I got none of that. That was your fault.
It was pretty crazy.
Who
So we
friends
didn't
teachers
actually
on
hung
Facebook?
out with racists.
hung out with is a strong word because I was forced to be in the
Friends
room.
with them on Facebook.
Yeah,
I had a gay French teacher, and I feel like he taught me French better than a racist would have.
Well, maybe.
We got watching Glorious Bastards. It was great. He did not give a fuck because he was retiring that year.
Yeah, I added him on
Oh,
Facebook after I graduated high school,
I'm
and that
old.
was when all the Obama is a secret Muslim memes started flooding into my page.
I see. There you go, buddy. Wait, so what was tell me about this internet dating. What website?
Oh, it wasn't a online dating site. It was like a chat board or forum,
It
whatever,
was like it was
AOL.
a forum.
for MSU
AOL.
students. And so, I don't know, we met on there, and then there was a meetup, so at a bar, so we went.
Cobra, do you know what a forum is?
Do I?
Look, I was,
No, I'm asking Corbin.
Oh,
of course. Look, I
'Cause
was
he
a
doesn't
kid. I
seem to
used
know
AOL
much.
chat rooms.
No, not a chat room. It's a forum.
It sounds very similar.
It's a
it's
message
not. It's
board.
like pre-Facebook.
Yeah, I know what a forum is.
Okay.
Yeah, so like it was. That was a thing I did when the year.
Well,
Like
what
my
was the
senior
forum?
year to like my year of law school to like the year after, I posted there regularly. That's where I like met all the people I hung out with and I hung out.
So wait, what was the forum? Was it around
the-
a particular fandom?
no,
or
it was
something?
it was for MSU students.
Oh, I understand. Okay.
So it was, but like they had different fora for like sports and stuff like that. But there was just like a general one called Student Life, and that's where everybody talked and like all the people I hung out with. We had a bar night. We would close this bar on a Monday night, stuff like that. Like that was like my gateway to the world socially, basically. Because when I was in law school, like all I did was law school stuff, and then I would just meet
Right.
up with those people. So I was a very heavy user. Brittany was just using over Thanksgiving break for
Well,
a
that-
diversion.
that semester I had mono, and I was taking it was my junior year, and I had mono, and I was taking like all of my core microbiology majors, so like biochem, microbio, like cell biology, like all those
Smart
big,
people stuff.
the big classes you had to absolutely pass to like
Yep.
pass. And so I've been like holed up in my room and like hadn't talked to a single soul like outside of like my lab and that kind of stuff. So like that was by Thanksgiving like desperate for human interaction. And so I met Jason.
Oh, well.
I repeated an awful joke that somebody made. Somebody got really affronted, and Brittany's kind of like, "Yeah, you're wrong to be upset," and that was how we met.
All right, Corbin,
Marianne and I met in high school.
No. Her version.
We met in high school.
Continue.
We had some AP history classes together.
You were in AP history at 15?
Yeah, I was like a year ahead in all my like history classes. So Corbin
And Corbin was a year behind. Okay.
Corbin was like
for 2 years apart, I did the math.
He went like Corbin was like older for his grade, and I was younger, so like we were like one grade apart.
Oh.
And so yeah, like I had AP US history and AP government. I think I had whatever my first one would have been pre-AP, my freshman year, your sophomore year, so world history.
No say.
I don't know. All those classes with Coach Weber. And so we had like classes together, and we also went to like private school. It was pretty small. There was like 70
I
people.
cheated off of Marianne in class.
He cheated. He sucks. He also took naps in class. So we met in high school. It was very romantic.
I'm on the
Marianne's older
basketball
sister.
team. We're not very good, but I still don't have to pay
Like,
attention.
if there is somebody who's not ever impressed by someone being on the basketball team or any team whatsoever, it was definitely me. So,
That's true.
And I also
Marianne's
think,
older
like,
sister was in my class, like in my grade, and so I always called Marianne Little Pickens.
my last name's Pickens, not related to Boone
No,
Pickens.
your last name was Pickens.
Whatever.
She's still just not married in her mind.
I'm just really tired because I've been up since 5 o'clock.
She's like, I'm the heiress to a natural gas fortune. And here I am with this natural gas producer.
All right. Is there anything else on this list you guys want to ask?
Yeah,
before we
absolutely.
get out
The
of
one
here?
I've highlighted.
Well, which one is it? Read it.
All right, I'll do it. This is from Chickadee China 93. For the crew, is there any joke you've told on the cast that you know your wife would be upset if they knew about you said? And it obviously must be asked while in their presence. I actually don't. Like, everyone's expecting me to be like, well, have something, but I really don't. There's nothing really that... Because everything I say in my act is worse than what I say on the podcast, and she's heard my whole act and, like, isn't upset. Because it's, like, not real, so there's no jokes that I really make at Brittany's expense, per se. I'm sure somebody remembers something from, like, actually in episode 175 he said, but I don't remember anything specifically that I wouldn't say to her right now. Which is...
I imagine...
I almost respect her in that regard.
Differently.
What's that, Corbin?
I've probably said a lot of things on the cast I would say differently.
Well,
Yeah.
I think the point is that you have to say one of them.
yeah.
Now.
And
No, you said them.
You know how on the cast you're
I
like,
was
my wife
told
is very
not to talk
unreasonable
about
and I have
the
to be
Force.
careful around her? You're always saying that, right?
I was told not to talk about the horse.
what about the horse?
So
We gotta
that's
talk
what
about
I
the
would
horse
bring
now.
up.
Oh, no, she told you not to? Oh, well, shit.
Well, then I'm saying that the horse rant would be the thing that she probably wouldn't want to hear. So we won't repeat it.
I don't know if Brittany has heard that I said that I don't want Lily to grow up and date nerds because they have bigger penises. So I hope she becomes a cheerleader, but I don't want her to be a hot cheerleader. I want her to be like the second fattest cheerleader. Have you heard any of that? It was like a whole hunk I do on stage. Is that a thing you've heard?
No, but it doesn't surprise me.
This is what we were talking about earlier when we're talking about if Lily hears what Jason says.
Yeah.
Here's what Jason says.
Well, if she's the second fattest cheerleader at the time, she'd be like, you knew.
All right. Well, any other questions you guys want to knock out?
I don't think there's anything horrid that I've
Well,
said about Emily specifically that I haven't just
No,
already said to
Jason
her.
is the one that pokes fun at me all the time, but
Ooh.
Yeah, she
Drag it
listens
out.
to the
Does do
cast,
that.
so she knows more than I do.
Yeah. she's got a list, Jason. Everything
I
you've
don't
said
care.
is-
I just like
Oh, no, I
your sex
abused
life
the
must be
masochist.
boring
Oh, no.
if you have to like fucking poke fun at mine. And
No, she always makes
private
comments to me about how your sex lives must be boring when you talk about mine.
It's true. They're boring. She's so pregnant and has been for 18 months out of the past 3 years that
Yeah, I'm done.
she's done. It's fine.
All right. Well, Brittany, Emily, Marianne, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. This was something. I don't know if this was a
This was the
disaster.
thing. I don't know if this was what people wanted.
This was great.
We did it.
No, this was fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know why they'd want to hear from us with our all of our knowledge about magic and.
They
the
want to
people who
hear your
want this
knowledge
are the
about
people who
us.
just
That was
wanna
the whole point of
hear
this.
us,
They
yeah.
wanted you to embarrass us, and I shit my pants, and DJ can't cook, and Corbin just apparently lives in a fucking Disney movie where mice are in your house all the time, but instead of singing, they just die in your counter. So, like, yeah,
Honestly,
we all
I
got
think
our
we
thing.
did pretty well here. We came out on the right end of this, Marion. I'm gonna go
But
play
here's
with
the
my
thing, though.
mouse.
DJ just doesn't feel embarrassment half the time.
mic
So
right
it's
now.
like these are like
There's no
funny
mic right now.
stories. And
No, that
people will be
Death
embarrassed.
Note shirt is pretty damning for me, actually.
Is it really? Why?
Is Death Note not cool? I don't know anything about the anime.
I feel like we
Is
could
it
dig
as
a
cool as
little
Dragon Ball
deeper
Z?
in there and find a more embarrassing story.
Oh.
There's got to be something else other than t-shirts and chicken patties. I don't buy it.
Well, like I said, it was like I would come over and hang out with him. And he'd either be playing RuneScape or playing Minecraft with his brother.
Both of those are pretty embarrassing in their own right.
Not really.
No, my brother and I had like an operation
Yeah,
going on RuneScape.
Yeah, no, they had like bots set up and everything. They had like 3 laptops running and.
Yeah, this is embarrassing.
There was no, I'm not embarrassed at this one. My brother and I would have like this multi-computer setup of RuneScape bots where
Do
we
you know
would
how
have.
much in-game currency we generated to use to buy armor?
But you could
No,
sell
no,
that.
no, they weren't even making money. They
It's
were just
Minecraft.
leveling
You
up.
can't even do that.
No, but we would have like laptops sitting on like cooling fans, and my brother would be like switching out ice packs
Wow.
from the freezer because they were
Wow, nice
low quality
work, man.
laptops. So he would just like constantly rotating ice packs. So they would, like
I did sell in-game Diablo 2 loot on eBay.
it was
Diablo
like
I
3.
can't even lie.
it was like a
two.
2009 version of crypto, except we weren't smart about it. Like it was. Just...
All right. Well, everybody, there you go. Brainstorm Brewery. We did it. This was Patreon goal. We've got some more Patreon goals. By the way, all the flasks are being sent out. Most of them have been sent out. A couple left. So, everybody, thank you for listening. This was a fun Patreon goal, even if it took a while to get it together.
Did you say
So
Ben
thank
sent
you
them
very
out?
much for everyone. Do what?
You just said Ben sent them out.
Well, Ben
Most
would have
have
sent them
been
out
sent-
by now. He would have done a
Most
much...
have been sent out.
Ben.
It's the same word.
No, Ben versus
B-E-N versus B-E-E-N,
Like the
same
nu-
word?
Okay.
like the name of your son versus a.
Ben.
All right. Most of the flasks have been sent out.
That's not right either.
Like the food?
I have this echo in my headset that I've had for an hour
The
now.
echo in the
Come on.
headset. Well, anyway, if you want to join our Discard server, go to patreon.com/Brainstorm Brewery and give us 1 monies or 0.25 monies every week.
Every month.
There you go, everybody. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.